How's it? Today is Monday, August 5th. It's been a minute. Last week I had a mandatory rest because I caught COVID. Um, it wasn't too bad, to be honest. This is the second time I had it, and I got, biggest issues that I was experiencing was like body aches, chills, a little bit of fever, first like 2 days, congestion, sore throat, coughing, sneezing for the remainder of it. And yeah, that meant I was out of work. I also didn't go to the gym, of course. So I'm just gonna redo last week this week, but later, a lot later, like 5 kilos lighter for everything. I don't know how my body's gonna respond to all of this. Like during the lifts today, like this one right here, especially this 60. I was like, oh shit, like this is flying. I might be able to just do whatever I did last week, and then I got up to 80, and I was like, okay, yeah, maybe it's a good idea to just be a little bit more responsible with my body and try my best to not kill myself, um, especially after a whole week off. Like I don't know what my average quote unquote steps were, but it was probably less than 1,000 steps. Like I was literally stuck in my apartment for 7 days. So like I yeah, it was just not an active week. So that means that my body, in theory, could be like completely fresh. But I feel like sometimes when you're looking at how you're feeling, a lot of times if you have a little bit more active recovery, things get a little bit better. You feel a little bit better, and yeah, I mean today I thought I was gonna be able to do exactly what I did last week, which is like 95 for that snatch push press plus overhead squat, 85 for 5 doubles on the snatch, and then 95 again for the snatch pulls. But I I was a little bit responsible again. And my coach told me, he's like, yeah, how about we just do like 5 kilos less this week? It doesn't matter if it's gonna be super easy because we want it to be. We want you to ramp up back to where you were rather than you have to like kind of um, start too aggressively and then like everything after that gets fucked up, right? Because in 7 weeks I'm still poised to hit a PR, and that is something that I'm looking forward to. Um, I mean, assuming everything goes well. I said like if everything goes perfectly. I think I said that last week, but nothing is going perfectly, of course, because nothing ever does. But I mean, I think I'm very happy with how I moved today. I feel like I am just kind of using today as an opportunity to drill certain technical cues that I've been working on for the last few weeks, and I feel like I executed very well on a few of them. I know I talked about it last week, but the kind of point from extension to fixation overhead, if I can keep the bar closer to myself, I mean, there are lots of, here's my first set at 80, by the way. There are like an infinite amount of possibilities on how to keep the bar close. Ideally, the bar will be close because you have good extension. That is like the number one thing. If you have proper extension, then literally your arms can be wet noodles and things will kind of just go where they will naturally go. Very rarely do people have perfect extension though. And there are a lot of other ways you can cheat that's kind of keeping the bar close so that you have a quicker point from extension to point of fixation. And one of the things that I've been doing a lot lately, aside from my start, which I think I'm getting a lot better with the start, was kind of pulling my elbow up and then back and then keeping the bar close, right? I've said it many, many times in the past, but like I'm doing it right now. Like if I pull my arm, if I literally think about pulling my elbow straight up without like any thought about where my hands go, my hands are gonna drop straight down, straight below my elbow. And if that is what's happening when I'm holding the bar, then realistically, as high as I get my elbows, the bar will be right under my elbows. And that is like quite literally the closest you can get to the bar. Yeah. But that is something that Steve mentioned to me a few weeks ago that like I know that that is true. I know that to be true, but I've been neglecting that for a long time because I've been so fixated on trying to fix my start position. And I feel like now it's things are kind of they're meeting. Like the end of one technical cue is getting mastered, and then we're kind of reintroducing something that I know to be true, right? And I feel like this set right here, this is the one that I was really trying my best to do it, where it's like on the first rep of all of the sets, I get that real quick lockout on the arms, and then the second set or second rep might be a little bit kind of lazy, a little bit slower, a little bit out of position. But on this last one, I was like, all right, I'm gonna do the two of them. I'm gonna try to do them the exact same way. It wasn't the same way, but for the goal that I was trying to achieve, I achieved, and that is super super like fulfilling. Um, Another thing that I was kind of experiencing today was like I feel a little bit of achiness in my lower back. I mean, I think it's mainly due to me being inactive for a week, not because I was sick, but like if I had not been active for a week, for happy reasons, I feel like I would still feel the same way. Another thing I want to mention too is that like as I'm getting into position at the bottom, where I'm trying to squeeze my shoulder blades together and then push my shoulder blades closer to my hips, like kind of pull them down, my triceps started to cramp. And I don't know if that is a function of me being inactive last week, but that was a new thing. I don't think that's ever happened before, so that's something I might need to keep an eye out for. But snatch pulls, I felt very good. I was trying to be like Anatoly Pisarenko, that real famous picture of him, where his I mean, if you know, you know. If you don't, then yeah, you're gonna find out sometime. And I feel like I achieved that in like a few of those reps. Did some pull-ups in my pal-off press at the end. Um, I'm excited to be back. Mandatory rest went as good as it could have gone. But yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see if my legs feel okay to squat and everything. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Shoots.